Hi, I'm Ashley Weston. I'm a celebrity menswear stylist. This video is part of my Ask AW series, which is where I will answer all your guys' questions on style, grooming, etiquette, dating, honestly, anything you guys have questions on, I will answer. Just either leave me a note in the comment section below in this video or click right here and send me your questions and I'll answer them in a future video. The first question is from Jason and he asked, I read your Style Mistakes ebook and I'm struggling with your point about guys' pockets being too full. Although I was never a Boy Scout, I follow the model of always being prepared. Let me describe what my pockets are full of. Can you help? The right front pocket, I have about 8 keys on a key ring for work, car keys, house, motorcycle, etc. Right back pocket, I have my wallet, which has my spare house/car key, spare cash, credit cards, IDs, insurance, cash, and change for parking meters. The left back pocket has my checkbook. He started to carry a checkbook ever since I got a checking account. Rarely ever use it, but comes in handy in a blue moon. And then in the left front pocket, I have my cell phone, pen, folded 3x5 cards for writing notes. Jason, I see your problem here. You're basically preparing for events that are probably never gonna happen. So let's break this down pocket by pocket. So for your front right pocket, which is where you keep your keys, easy fix. All you want to do is separate your key rings out based on vehicle. Have one set just for your motorcycle, one set just for your cars. And if you have a key to your mailbox, to a friend or a relative's house, leave those at home. You don't need them until you get home. And if you know that you're going over to a friend's house, then I'm assuming that you're just not gonna pop by randomly. So if you know you're going that day, just put that in your pocket. But other than that, you wanna have it separated and minimize the keys to only the most important ones that you would need for that day. So your right back pocket, you said you kept your spare keys. You do not need your spare keys on you. What if you lost both sets of keys? Then you're screwed. So have your spare key with either a friend, someone, you shouldn't have both sets of keys on you. Now for your wallet, all you should have in your wallet is your license, your debit card, one credit card, and one, insurance card, everything else, and maybe some cash. But everything else, like your health insurance card, take a picture of that and you can keep it in an app on your phone. That's why I love phones these days, is that they have apps to keep all that important information. And as for having change in your back pocket, you should never keep change on you except in the coin pocket in the front. Jeans usually always have a coin pocket. That's where you should keep your change. Left back pocket. Am I reading this right? A checkbook? That's what you keep in your left back pocket? Not even my grandma writes checks anymore. That's what a debit card is for. Ditch the checkbook. You can use your debit card now or PayPal, Venmo. There's so many different ways to send money to someone. You don't need a checkbook. And in the very few instances when you do, I think you'll have more notice than you have to absolutely produce a check right then and there. So leave that. You don't need anything in that pocket. And lastly, your front left pocket, which is where you keep your cell phone, 3x5 cards that are folded, and a pen. Why do you do that? Why are you carrying note cards with a pen in your pocket? That's why you have a cell phone, so you can open up the Notes app and write down your notes. It's all about with your pocket, and the reason why I put this in the Style Mistakes ebook is because I see so many men with overstuffed pockets when really it's so easy to take out half that crap. You don't need a checkbook, you don't need your spare keys, you don't need note cards, pens, all of that crap. You don't need any of that. We're in the 21st century. Everything is streamlined. We have cell phones, which now actually you can put your credit cards in there and pay for things that way. And you can write down your notes. There's all these great things that are out there now where we don't need all of this stuff in our pockets, making you all lumpy. So Jason, I hope that helps. Best of luck to you. The next question is from Eddie, and he asks, hi Ashley, I'm curious about you personally. If you don't mind me asking, What do you like to do when you're not busy with work? Seems like you travel a lot. What are some of your favorite places to go to? So when I'm not busy with work, which I feel like my entire day, week, months, year is composed of work, the time off is usually at the end of the night, and that is very sacred to me. What I end up doing is I crawl into bed, I take up my iPad, and that's when I catch up on all my TV shows and movies that I haven't, that I've missed. So like I love Drug History, How to Get Away with Murder, The Good Wife, just random shows. Sometimes I go to YouTube, I watch Conan, funny videos, or Jimmy Kimmel, all of that good stuff. So that's what I usually do. If I have a little bit more of a chunk of time, so like the weekend, sometimes when I'm not working, honestly, it's usually just visiting family or friends that I haven't seen in a bit, trying to just catch up with people and not have to talk or think about work. Or I just do my Costco or Trader Joe's run. I don't really do too much outside of work other than just kind of catch up on errands and people and sleeping. That's what I do. I catch up on things. You also asked, what are some of your favorite places to go to since I do travel so much? Well, definitely I love Portland. I'm a huge coffee drinker, and that's where Stumptown is. Absolutely love Portland. And then next up, New York. I feel like at this point, it's my second home. I go there so often for work. I always try to, carve out a little bit of time to visit friends. Next, Europe. Paris. I love Paris. Paris is so much fun and it's beautiful. And even if I'm working the entire time, at least I get to look out, the taxi window and just see everything. It really is magical. And then also, I love Italy. I was just at the Amalfi Coast over the summer and it was incredible. Absolutely incredible. So those are some of my favorite places that I like to go to. The next question is from Juan, who asks, since the holidays are approaching, I was thinking about maybe sporting a turtleneck sweater when it gets colder. What are your thoughts on turtlenecks? Well, Juan, I actually don't mind turtlenecks. However, it works for a very specific person. You need to be tall and thin and have a longer neck. That's when turtlenecks actually look good on someone. So if you're that type of body type, I would stick with a black or dark charcoal color and throw on a sport coat. It looks so chic and polished and sharp. However, if you are not this body type, avoid it because it actually tends to make you look really squashed and wide because it's just so much fabric. It does not complement your body frame at all if you're not tall and thin. So instead, go with what I consider an essential item, and that's a crew or V-neck sweater because it really looks great on all body types and doesn't matter what your age is or your height, it doesn't matter. It really looks great on everyone. And if you want to keep your neck warm, throw on a scarf, wrap a scarf around your neck, and then it gives a nice texture and another element to your outfit. So that's what I would do. Moving on. So Tyler asks, how do I pull off the suited up but tieless look? Some guys seem to be able to pull it off, and others just look like sleazy, hairy weirdos. Okay, Tyler, so it's all gonna depend on context. If you are around other individuals that are in suits with an open collar shirt, then it's not gonna look out of place. You'll look perfectly fine in those kind of settings. Just remember, I always like to make sure with my clients that they keep it to a 2, maybe 3 button maximum that is undone from the top. You don't want to unbutton it so that you have your whole chest out. That looks like sleazy grossness. So instead, just do unfasten the top and then maybe 1 to 2, depending on how low it is. So that's how you pull off that look. Now, if you're with other company where all the men are in jeans, you're gonna look really out of place with a suit on. So instead, wear a sport coat, a shirt, open collar with some jeans, dark wash jeans, and then that way you'll still look put together, but relaxed enough where no one's gonna look at you like you're the stranger, the giraffe in the room. The next question is from Devon. Or Devin. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but I'll say Devon. And he asks, I just wanted to ask you something about loafers. When is it good or not good to wear them? So generally in the colder months, so from about, November to March, you don't want to wear loafers unless you're in maybe like a tropical environment or Southern California where it's a little bit warmer. Loafers are definitely more of a spring, summer type of shoe where you can wear it either with very thin socks or sockless. That's when they look their best. So I definitely, during the colder months, avoid loafers. Instead, go with lace-up dress shoes or lace-up shoes, lace-up boots as well. Those look really great and appropriate for that type of weather. Last and final question is from Sebastian. And he asks, as it is getting cold now, I'm trying to buy my first wool winter coat. What should I get? And then he asks a whole bunch of questions, so I'm gonna answer them one by one. I think that'll be a lot easier and efficient. Is a duffel coat too informal for business wear? Yes. I'm not really a big fan of duffel coats. I think that, especially if you're gonna go to work in it, a pea coat is a classic option. That or a overcoat. Just very classic, tailored fit. It looks so sharp and will be timeless. That's the coats, the two types of coats I would definitely go with for you. How long should it be? In a warmer climate like Southern California, then definitely you want your coat to just be about hip level. Anything longer than that, and it's way too much. Say you are in a climate where it snows, then definitely go for the longer. So mid-thigh or just above your knees, that's appropriate. So that's what I mean by you want your coat length to complement the environment that you're in. Sebastian's next question is, what type of collar should I be looking for? I like standing collars. Well, here's the beauty of a pea coat or even an overcoat. Flip up the collar. It looks great and it keeps your face and your neck nice and warm, but it also frames your face nicely. I love it when a man flips up his coat collar. It looks like, like James Dean, Marlon Brando, all those guys. Like, it looks so good. There's something very sexy about that. So definitely do that. It's for practicality as well as aesthetics. So not a problem with flipping up your collar. So your next question was, how wide should the lapels be? Well, for the most part, lapels, they're pretty standard on most jackets. So unless you're going for a custom jacket, which if you are, then if you are a slimmer build, then go with slimmer lapels. If you are a wider build, then you can go with wider lapels. But for the most part, it's pretty standard across the board. Next up is sometimes there are like sweat jackets sewn into the coats. Does that come off as cheap? Please never get a coat that has like a jacket sewn in underneath. I've seen those. That's not the type of coat you want. Go with a pea coat or an overcoat, something nice and tailored, classic, nothing trendy. You don't want these trendy items. They will be a waste of money down the line. And your last question is, what do you think of shoulder straps? So the straps right here. Well, for a pea coat or an overcoat, you don't need them. So get rid of them. For the most part, I think that they personally just add bulk to your shoulder and it's unnecessary. So there you go. That's it. Like I said at the beginning of this video, if you guys have any questions about style, grooming, etiquette, dating, anything, honestly anything, then drop me a comment below or click this link right here and send me a note and I will answer them. I love answering you guys' questions, so keep them coming. Check out my website for more Ask AW articles. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos like this, and if you like this one, give it a thumbs up, just so I know. All right, I'll see you in the next one.